Donald Trump looks visibly scared in a new video wherein he demands cognitive tests for other elected officials. This is completely and totally bonkers. And what's fascinating is, in a way, he's agreeing with Nikki Haley in that there should be cognitive tests for elected officials. But there is absolutely seemingly no understanding on Trump's behalf that many of the people calling for the tests are calling for them because they don't think Trump would pass them. Let's take a listen to this.
In my mind, anybody running for the office of President of the United States should agree to take a full and complete mental competency test simultaneously or before with the announcement that he or she is running, and likewise, but to a somewhat lesser extent, agree to a test which would prove that you are physically capable of doing the job as president.
Yeah. Now, understand, in Trump's mind, he thinks that this full and comprehensive test would be the Montreal Cognitive Assessment, where you identify a giraffe and draw arrows on a clock and remember 5 words: man, woman, person, camera, TV, famously were Trump's examples. But that is not a full assessment. I hate to tell you. That is like a dementia and stroke screening, brain injury screening. Anyway, let's continue.
Being an outstanding president requires great mental acuity and physical stamina and strength. If you don't have these qualities or traits, it is likely that you will not succeed and you will disappoint the entire world, let alone our own country.
And that's what happened under Trump. Interestingly enough, this is like a very accurate diagnosis of exactly what happened. Trump couldn't do it, and everybody was indeed disappointed.
We need to make America great again. Take a competency test. Let's see whether or not these people that are running for office are competent. I took the test 2 years ago, and I aced it. And I'd love to take it again because I think I'd even do better.
He aced it, but he would do better. He would get like it's like getting a 4.4 GPA.
Somebody running for president where 350 million people are relying on you. They're relying on your brain. They're relying on your competence. I think taking a competency test would be a good thing.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Just really incredible stuff. And then also really weird when it comes to videos released by Trump. He praises, he is becoming so obsessed with Ron DeSantis that he actually in this video praises Democrat Charlie Crist and says, Florida's been good from before DeSantis. This is a very interesting approach he's taking.
For those of you that didn't notice, Florida was doing great long before Ron DeSantis got there.
I can't deal with the DeSantis thing. I can't tell if DeSantis is that Trump messed up saying DeSanctimonious once, and so now he's sticking with DeSantis. But the serious use of that is crazy.
People are fleeing from New York to Florida and other places.
Right.
Because of high taxes and out of control crime. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Not because of the governor. Thank you, Mr. President, for doing that. But it's not because of the governor. Florida was doing fantastically. You had a governor named Rick Scott who did a very good job. Even Charlie Crist, a Democrat, did a good job, and he had very good numbers. Sunshine and ocean are very alluring. It's not too hard to work.
It's like a travel video promo.
Those factors. So just remember, Florida was doing really well long before Ron DeSantis got there.
There you go. A message from your president, Donald J. Trump. Listen, the one big takeaway there is for Trump to be willing to praise a Democratic Florida governor, Charlie Crist, he must be really desperate to attack DeSantis in any way possible. And I can only imagine if DeSantis does run, how ugly this is going to get. Now, over the last 24 hours, I received a few emails from people in the audience who said, you know, David, I'm actually wondering, is DeSantis setting himself up to run in 2028? Because DeSantis may genuinely not want this ugly primary against Trump. Trump's not going to run in 2028 no matter what. Either he'll have been president for 4 more years and that'll be it, or he'll lose and he'll be 82 or however old he would be then, and he's not going to run then. The way to do it would be for DeSantis to politely bow out or just not run and then be ready to go in 2028. DeSantis would be like 48 years old at the time, and that might be the absolute best way to go. It's an interesting idea. It is quite an interesting idea. I just don't know if DeSantis is going to be able to get away from the polling numbers that he has, despite the fact that he's not even running yet. So we're going to follow it. We will see. But Trump highly, highly triggered by DeSantis's mere existence in the state of Florida. Imagine for a second that you try logging into your email account only to find that your password was changed an hour ago. And then you get notifications of activity from your bank and then your credit cards. That is what identity theft is like, and it's a horrible feeling. And we dealt with it at the show not that long ago, but now I have an app called Aura, which gives me much more peace of mind. Our sponsor, Aura, is the all-in-one solution for keeping your online account safe, because Aura will scan the dark web for your personal info, password, social security number, and you get fast alerts when they find something. You also get fast alerts about credit inquiries. Aura protects all of your devices from malware. Aura even requests the removal of your info from data broker sites, and Aura helps you manage what your kids can do on their devices. You can restrict certain apps, set screen time limits, set focus times when you need them off of devices. Go to aura.com/Pacman to try it free for 7 days. Your login credentials might already be floating around out there, and Aura will tell you instantly for free. The link is down below.